Hello my magical ladies and welcome to today's tarot reading. I was just about to say oracle card reading, but this is the era of tarot right now. Ooh, Three of Cups. I just split the deck. Like Justice. But in reverse. Are you Ace of Pentacles? Wait. I want to shuffle the deck. Like let me have fun. Let me shuffle it. I don't want to just like pull the entire reading already out of it. Like what's the point of that, you know? Like what's the fun in that? Anyway, welcome to this reading. As always, take from this what resonates with you and leave what does not. 44 seconds, right? Two of Pentacles. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, you're manifesting something and you feel like it doesn't work. Okay. Well, it is working though. You just can't see it right now. What about this? Okay, there's certainly something that you... there's something internally. It's an internal conflict that you're experiencing, not an external one. What is it? Since you're not answering me right now, what is it? Let's ask the cards. Oh, what was that? The Hanged Man reverse. Oh, do you see that? Knight of Swords. I feel like you're fighting yourself a bit here. Yeah, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. Oof, I'm getting goosebumps on my side. I always get them when I channel something. You are fighting with or against your old beliefs right now, and I feel like they fight back. It's like, it's not that your beliefs fight back, it's that you fight against yourself right now because you have new beliefs that serve you way fucking better than the old ones. And like you fought so hard to get there already and you succeeded getting there, and then suddenly you were like, but I was so used to these old beliefs, like I want to have them again. Girl, what? Excuse me? And then you're here watching this tarot video waiting for me to tell you to just chill? No. Like if you keep watching this video, you actually gotta put in the work to like shift that again, okay? If you don't plan on doing anything, any practical step or whatever after this video, like just leave, okay? Just leave this video. I don't want you here if you're not putting in the work. If you still believe in the year 2026 that you don't have to lift any finger to still receive everything you want, bye. Like that, no. No. Sorry. I've been there too and I got crazy believing in that. Nope. That's not how it works. Okay, right. Anyway, the Hanged Man in reverse still. So delay, stance, or resistance. Yeah, right. Okay, lack of control, fear of sacrifice, stalling, indecision, resistance. I feel like it's the resistance for you right now. That you feel defeated. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Like that's how you're feeling right now. That is sad. That is miserable, honestly. But what about the Two of Pentacles right now? Multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balance, and decisions. I feel like you can't really decide where to go right now. It's like you're focusing more on the ships in the background. Like sailing away, or like where are your ships going? I feel like that's kind of it. You focus more on where your ships are going in the future rather than where you are at right now. Like this is a lot about you. Okay, listen. You're worried about not getting to where you want to go in the future because you don't put in the work and effort right now. So the thing is, Okay, let me explain that again. I've had this in the last video I recorded already, but let's do it again. I also wrote a good couple chapters about this in the manifestation guide, which is linked in the video description. It's called The Portal to Your Dream Life Guide. You should read it. It's certainly for you because I wrote it for you. So in the past ended like a minute ago, basically. In the past, you've made decisions that led you to being here in the moment, being who you are watching this video, like having everything in your life that you have right now. Your decisions led to this point. Of course, also like external decisions have led you to this point, but in the main scheme of things, your decisions have led you from the past into this present moment. Now listen, if you're scared or afraid of where your ships are going in the future, your decisions today and you today make the decisions to lead them to sail in the direction you want to go to. So if you want to achieve a certain thing, or if you want to like have a certain outcome, or like live a certain lifestyle or whatever, you have to put in the effort today to get there. There, I just started coughing. Like, I feel like there's a lot of like what I just said earlier with you fighting against your beliefs. It's like, oh my god, no, I can't give that up. Like, you're fighting, you're struggling so hard. It's so useless to fight against yourself, you know? Like, you'll realize that too. It's like fighting against yourself is probably the most destructive thing you can do, and maybe in your head, like subconsciously, you're thinking like, oh yeah, well, because I want to prevent myself from having all this overflow and the success and everything. I'm just like, girl, do you really want to prevent yourself from success, or are you just afraid of what consequences could arise for you if you had that? Because, you know, being face to face right now, success feels so good. The only thing that is like a negative consequence, a negative I'm not supposed to say that word, right? Like, the thing is, there is no negative consequence. Now I could say it. To success. The only thing is, you think there are some, based on like childhood patterns, for example. By the way, did you know that, are these children? It looked like these are children on the card, just for a second there, like me speaking of childhood. Did you know that until the age of 7, where children have usually their first like awareness and consciousness awakening, because consciousness awakenings are the normal thing. Like, everyone goes through them. Some people just stop because of trauma, or honestly because they're too stupid. Like, don't come at me for that, okay? Like, some people are just too stupid to become more conscious. Like, consciousness has to do with intelligence, like, and awareness, and also, in my opinion, with empathy and like feelings and being connected to yourself and to your emotions, you know? So some people just stop, but usually having consciousness and awareness awakenings and being like, oh, wait a second, that doesn't feel so good, maybe I shouldn't do that, or maybe I should put a boundary here. That's the normal thing. That's what's supposed to happen for all people in the world. It's just being prevented by certain things and systems that wants us to not be conscious about what happens. But the thing is, you are aware, you are awake, so fighting against yourself is like the only thing keeping you from that. But until the age of 7, like, people as in children are still in a state where they are solely surviving, and they are fully 100% utterly depending on their parents and their family. So that means they have to believe everything that happens is right and correct in the way it happens, regardless of what. And usually at the age of 7, it starts shifting, where they realize, oh, wait a second, I don't like this. Maybe it's not correct. And if they're in a healthy family system with like conscious people and empathetic people and people who are, you know, like loving and actually caring. Not everyone has that. For example, I didn't have that type of family, but if you have a family who's like caring and loving and actually who you actually matter to, right? You can go to them and you can talk to them about that, and then your boundaries are being heard and understood, and the boundary just sits there and you learn what boundaries are, right? If you have a pretty much broken or like ill family, for example, like an ill functioning family, then you can't do that. So your boundaries and your perception of self is being restricted. 11:11 on the timer, by the way, so listen up, this is getting interesting for you. This is so crazy. I didn't even read the keywords of the Six of Cups yet, but it says familiarity, happy memories, reminiscing, childhood memories, innocence, joy, nostalgia. So I feel like you fighting against yourself is you fighting against what your family told you is acceptable and is right. Give me a second, I'm getting a call, but I'll be back in a second. All right, there we go. Where was I? Speaking of childhood. So, if you're in an ill-functioning family, their main goal is going to be to suppress you and oppress you, and specifically your view of yourself and your boundaries, especially your boundaries. They're gonna attack them and ignore them and try to just completely demonize them, even demonizing them, you know? So the thing is, you learn to fight against yourself, your own needs, your boundaries, your wants, whatever, in an ill-functioning family. So the only thing you can do about that is leave that toxic system, like build a life for yourself, and then come back to yourself, who you actually are, okay? And then like stick with that. And the thing is, after all this time of like of being blocked from and prevented from putting or setting boundaries and learning about who you are and what you want and what you need, you have to then go through a lot more consciousness and awareness awakenings as an adult, where you learn that, oh well, maybe not everything in my childhood and youth was great. So that's then what happens, right? And that's probably where you are in life right now. So the thing is, you fighting against yourself is just the voices of your family or like whoever had this impact on you in your past, like these things fighting against you. It's not you fighting against you. Like these people aren't in your life anymore, most likely, if you watch this video and you resonate with that. Most likely they aren't in your life anymore. So it's just this like this almost nostalgic feeling of thinking about these memories with these people, but you get to realize that's not how it is anymore, okay? Like move on from that, okay? Let's look through the cards again. What's happening here with the cards? Like Three of Wands, preparation, progress. I feel like you're making so much more progress than you think you do. Like, it's not that hard. You just gotta learn to stop fighting against yourself and like ask yourself the question, what is it that I want to do right now? If nobody else expects a thing of me, if nobody else would judge me on it, what would I do then? If nobody even found out I did that. Like, for example, me with my books, the Time Loop Trilogy, of course I wanted to publish it, but in the first place I just wrote it because I wanted to write it. I dreamt of that book, and then I wanted to read it to my friends back then, because I was in a writers community on Discord, and they had like reading evenings where everyone could read their own stories like every 2 weeks for a good couple hours, and it was so much fun. And so I was like, I want to participate. I don't want to just read, to just listen. I also wanted to read, you know? And so I started writing, like, you know, for every 2 weeks to have something new to read. And yeah, but it was like, even if I had nobody listening to it right this second, I still would have wrote it. Like the second book I wrote completely in silence. Like I didn't go to these reading nights anymore because I stopped being part of this community for certain reasons, which was mainly that I outgrew it and they just decided to stay where they are, and I was like, well, okay, then that's it, you know, that be it. Like I'm not fighting for things anymore who refuse to change. That's the thing. I do fight for people and things who are on my path and who stay on my path and who come with me to where I want to go, or like who have a similar path, and then we're like, okay, compromising, you know, like we just move in the same direction at least. But I'm not letting anything or anyone hold me back from my path anymore, because that's mine. Like I chose this for myself, you know. And the same goes for you. Like you better ask yourself, what do I want in every situation? And then you're like evaluating, is this person worth it, you know? Like is this person valuable enough to me to like to be implemented in this path, you know? Like is it something that's actually important to be negotiated, or is it a non-negotiable for me? If it's a non-negotiable for you, you don't have to negotiate, you know? Like that's the thing. So just don't be an arse, you know. That's the thing. But yeah, that's your message. Just don't be an arse, but be a bit more selfish with what you want and what you need, okay? Because you're gonna get it. So I'm gonna see you in the next video, or in the one-on-one session, in the energy alignment session. I love this word so much, it makes me so happy, and I love the session because it's so magical and embodied, and it feels so good, like not just for me but also for my clients, obviously, like first and foremost for you. And yeah, if you're interested in that, it's linked in the video description. Everything is in my link tree and you'll find it there and you can book it. So I'm very happy to see you there. Okay, I'm excited. So I'll see you in the next video or in the session. Bye.